Siangyang can be reached easily by setting out from Haiduan Township in Taidong and following the Xin Ulu Creek upstream past Ulu and Lidao. From the west, start at Jiaxian Township, known for its taro, and go up Laonong Creek, past Baolai, Taoyuan, and Meishan. As the elevation rises, the scenery changes. The forests change from broadleaf to mixed pine and broadleaf forest. Shortly after Tianshi and Kuaigu, the peaks of Guanshan mark the meeting point of Kaohsiung and Taidong counties. The long Da-Guanshan Tunnel signals that we are entering Taidong County. As we emerge into daylight, our eyes are struck by the starkly impressive mountain wall ahead. This expanse of rock, known as Siangyang Cliff, denotes Siangyang National Forest Recreation Area. 5 kilometers on, Siangyang lies at the 154.5-kilometer point on the South Cross Highway. The Forest Recreation Area was established by the Forestry Bureau over an area of 362 hectares to let the public experience a medium-altitude mountain ecology. Come with us as we leisurely explore and familiarize ourselves with Siangyang National Forest. The dazzling morning sun above the mountaintop reminds us that this is Sunnyside, or Siangyang. Our first trek is along Siangyang Trail, which starts beside the parking lot. The 660-meter-long trail is fairly flat, so is an easy hike, taking around 30 minutes from start to finish. The Taiwan red maples beside the trail are typical medium elevation species. In early spring, the warm breeze seems to call these sleeping giants to life as new green shoots burst from their branches. As you make your way along this trail, keep quiet, or you might startle the rare birds that may be hiding in the undergrowth. The Mikado pheasant is a rare member of the Phasianidae family. Its characteristic black and white markings and slow, graceful gait as it moves gently through the forest make us freeze in our tracks, holding our breath. Although the short, stubby Asiatic plantain isn't much to look at, it is an important food source for pheasants. Passing through Taiwan red cypress forest, the cypress forest footway does not seem long at 680 meters, but its route up and down steps ranging 85 meters in elevation make it slow going. The trail takes about an hour to complete. It is better left to reasonably fit hikers with plenty of time. At the start of the trail, there is a tall red cypress. This giant tree species is often found in medium elevation mountain forests. Estimated at over 1,000 years old, this particular individual is especially striking with its broad trunk and tall branches. The swirling mist in the valley swathes Siangyang in mystery. The high level of humidity makes this a favored place for wet-loving fern species. The cypress forest footway has many ferns, including shearer's felt fern leaf and shoestring fern, making it a great place for fern spotting. This is the trail's lowest point. From here onwards, the only way is up. The rest of the trail will really test your fitness and stamina. Just before you reach the end of the cypress forest footway, there is a viewing platform where you can rest a while. As the trail connects with Siangyang Trail, beside the wooden steps, clusters of pretty white Nanhu mountain orchid bring interest to the forest floor. Siangyang Trail starts where the cypress forest footway ends. Stretching 1,770 meters in length, Siangyang Trail meets up with Songtao Trail at its highest point. As it begins, there are groups of Formosan alder, prized by the Bunong indigenous people for building houses. The branches are also used as firewood, and the Bunong eat the bark as a substitute for betel nut. Siangyang Trail takes a mostly winding route up into the Formosan pine forest. The soft, springy carpet of pine needles along this trail is kind on the feet, like lush, thick wool pile. As you stride along, you cannot help but feel your heart lighten as you forget the cares of your city life. Siangyang Trail joins up with Songtao Trail at the highest point of all the trails. To the southeast lie the upper reaches of Xinwulu Creek. Clouds of water vapor endlessly swirl and tumble in the river valley, as if trying to shroud the mountaintop in an ocean of white mist. To the west are Yingzaizui Shan, or Eagle Beak Mountain, the jagged cliffs of Guanshan, and Daguanshan Tunnel separating Kaohsiung from Taidong. Climbing on up along Songtao Trail, you reach Siangyang mountain hut. The nearby mountain river is the main habitat of the salamander. Researchers have discovered the rare Alishan salamander here, so if you visit, please remember to keep the water clean, as the salamander depends on this habitat for its survival. Going on up, there are trails leading to either Siangyang Shan or Sancha Shan and the circular Jiaming Lake. If you want to follow these trails, you need to be properly equipped with accurate maps and professional hiking gear to reach your destination safely. Alternatively, you have two choices when you reach the junction of Songtao, Xiangsong, and Songjing trails. One is to go left along Xiangsong Trail down to the parking lot. The other is to go straight ahead along Songjing Trail to the Visitors Center. Xiangsong Trail is around 800 meters and takes 30 minutes to complete. Apart from a fairly sharp incline at first, the trail follows a gentle slope downwards. In April each year, Lady Slipper Orchid japonicum open their large, showy lilac and white flowers. The characteristic rigid, horseshoe-shaped leaves remain after the blossoms wither in May to leave behind the seed from which new flowers will grow. During late spring, the forest rings with the noise of cicadas. This little cicada is well camouflaged on this Formosan pine branch. If it wasn't for the male's loud mating call created by buckling the ribbed membranes on the abdomen, we wouldn't be able to find them at all. Songjing Trail is most of the track is uphill. The trail takes an hour to complete and takes you through Formosan pine forest. As you walk through the green, watch out for the many parody or tit species that play in the branches. As spring turns to summer, the pine forest is jumping with hundreds of tiny fledglings hatched from the parody eggs. Unlike tits and other birds, the Eurasian nuthatch uses bark to build its nest. Its unique toes enable it to cling to tree trunks and move around effortlessly. You could be forgiven for thinking that this is another strange bird. But in fact, this bird-shaped flower is actually a hardy calanthe orchid. The stem protruding from its yellow blossoms looks like a tiny bird's head. This type of orchid prefers dark forest floor habitats and can be found throughout Siangyang National Forest Recreation Area. After walking each trail, you will realize that each has its own unique character and attraction. But whether you are a short-term visitor or a serious hiker, remember to leave nothing but your footsteps and a trash-free environment for the next visitor. Now, why not select your favorite trail and come to Siangyang Shan for a medium elevation mountain eco tour?